Ever been served a dish that made you do a double take? Well, buckle up as I share a funny encounter from my trip in the Philippines. Picture this, I'm sitting in a local eatery, a warm breeze rustling the palm leaves outside. A plate is set in front of me, glistening with what looks like sardines, but these aren't your average sardines. They're tawilis, a freshwater version found only in the Philippines. I'll admit, my eyebrows shot up in surprise. Freshwater sardines, really? Despite my initial reluctance, curiosity got the better of me. I took a bite, and let me tell you, it was an explosion of unique flavor, a little salty, a little tangy, and incredibly fresh, a taste that was entirely its own. It was nothing short of a gastronomic revelation. That's when I realized the sea has more edible treasures than I ever imagined. So let's dive deeper into this underwater world. After my initial surprise, my adventurous spirit took over. I was ready to try every unusual sea creature the Philippines had to offer. The first on my list was this vibrant creature called the parrotfish. Now this isn't your typical fish. This fellow crunches coral for food, and you can imagine my surprise when I learned that. But the real shocker, it's absolutely delicious. The local folks caught one, cleaned it, and grilled it right there on the beach. The taste, it was like a burst of the ocean in my mouth, a unique blend of salty and sweet with a hint of smokiness from the grill. It was unlike anything I'd ever tasted before. The texture of the meat was firm yet tender, giving a satisfying crunch with every bite. Next came the rabbitfish, a small spiny fish that doesn't look like much at first glance. But let me tell you, it's a common delicacy in the Philippines for a reason. It's typically cooked in a sour broth known as sinigang, and the result is a tangy, savory dish that's a real treat for the taste buds. The rabbitfish, despite its small size, packs a punch and flavor. Its meat is delicate, with a subtle sweetness that beautifully complements the tangy broth. As I was enjoying these new flavors, I realized something. When it comes to food, our perceptions often limit our experiences. We might look at a spiny rabbitfish or a coral-crunching parrotfish and think, edible? No way. But once you get past the unfamiliar and embrace the adventure, you'll find that these exotic creatures offer a gastronomic experience that's both exciting and enriching. Trying these unique fish wasn't just about satisfying my hunger, it was about diving into a new culture, stepping out of my comfort zone, and savoring the unexpected. And the best part, each bite was a journey, a tale of the sea told through flavors and textures. Each fish was a new adventure, a new story unfolding on my taste buds. As I ventured further into this culinary journey, I discovered fish that might make you raise an eyebrow or two. Let's start with the sea cucumber. Now, despite its name, it's not a vegetable, but a marine creature. It's a delicacy in Asia, but its appearance can be a bit off-putting. Imagine a squishy, leathery tube that wouldn't look out of place in a sci-fi movie. But don't let its looks fool you. Once it's cleaned and cooked, it's surprisingly delightful. In the Philippines, they call it balatan, and it's often stir-fried with garlic, onion, and tomatoes. The texture is a bit like jelly, but it's the flavor that's intriguing. It's subtle, with a slight hint of the sea. It's like taking a bite out of the ocean, but in a good way. Now let's move on to the milkfish, or, as the locals call it, bangus. It's the national fish of the Philippines, but it's a bit of a challenge to eat. Why, you ask? Well, it's all about the bones. The milkfish has a complex bone structure with tiny, nearly invisible bones scattered throughout the flesh. But don't worry, Filipinos have mastered the art of deboning it. Eating bangus is a bit like solving a puzzle, but the reward is worth it. The meat is tender and flaky with a taste that's slightly sweet and utterly unique. It's often marinated in vinegar and garlic, then grilled or fried to perfection. But hey, you're not just eating these fish, you're experiencing them. Each bite is a story, a tale of the sea, the people who catch them, and the chefs who prepare them. It's about the adventure, the discovery, and the sheer joy of trying something new. And remember, while these might seem like unconventional delicacies to us, they're a part of everyday life in the Philippines. It's a testament to the diversity and richness of the underwater world and the culinary creativity of the Filipino people. These fish challenged my taste buds in ways I could never imagine. From the vibrant parrotfish to the peculiar sea cucumber, my culinary adventure in the Philippines was nothing short of an underwater feast. Let's take a moment to recap this exciting journey, shall we? First off, we dived into the world of the parrotfish, a creature as colorful as its namesake and just as unique in taste. While its tough, beak-like jaws might not scream delicacy, This fish is a treat when grilled to perfection. The meat is light, mildly sweet, and has a texture that's a delightful mix of flaky and firm. Next, we discovered the sea cucumber, a creature that might not even look like it belongs on a dinner plate. But this bottom dweller's squishiness is deceptive. Once cleaned and cooked, it offers a taste and texture that's truly unique. It's crunchy and slightly sweet, and it soaks up flavors like a sponge. We also ventured into the realm of the lionfish, a species that's as gorgeous as it is venomous. But fear not, once those spines are removed and it's properly cooked, this fish presents a white, buttery flesh that's wonderfully delicate. It's a delightful surprise, much like finding a diamond in the rough. Lastly, we unearthed the culinary potential of the humble sea urchin. Yes, those spiny little creatures that you'd usually avoid stepping on. When prepared right, its roe offers a rich, briny flavor that's like a mouthful of the ocean. Each of these creatures has its own unique charm and taste that goes beyond the conventional seafood fare. They've all challenged and broadened my culinary horizon, making me realize the vast potential of the underwater world. So next time you find yourself in the Philippines, be ready to dive into a unique culinary adventure. Who knows, you might just discover your new favorite dish.